Hello, everybody. Welcome to my first LinkedIn course, which is called the LinkedIn Frontend. My name is Václav Šulista, and by first education, I'm a chemist. I have a long-standing career in the pharmaceutical industry, 27 years, 16 years of that in different middle management positions at Novartis. 8 years ago, I left the company and started my own consulting called Šulista Consulting. I cooperate with my daughter Christina, and until now we helped over 500 people to find the jobs they wanted. In today's course, I would like to first take you through the most important settings on LinkedIn. This is something which is very boring, but is necessary to be done properly. So please bear with me. I am going to share my screen and take you through the different settings of LinkedIn. Please bear with me. I setting this up. Okay. And here we go. So let's go here and you will find your settings under Me, Settings and Privacy. And here in the settings, we see on the left-hand side all the settings, account preferences down to notification. Funny enough, most of the people never visit those settings and keep it the way they are. And it's important to check it and if necessary, change it. Here in the first step, there are not so many very important settings. You can enable dark mode if you prefer. You can set your language of your content. This might be important. Autoplay videos, put it off so the videos don't run on themselves. And some other like showing profile photos or LinkedIn members, I have it enabled. It should be like that. Syncing is not that important. My premium here. And here you can hibernate or close and delete your account. The first very, very important thing is here in sign-in and security. And this is your two-factor authentication. Most of the people have this off and you should enable it. Please treat your LinkedIn account as your bank account. Make it secure. So here you can set up the authentication method. I am using SMS, but you can use as well the Microsoft Authenticator, and you need to enter your LinkedIn password to enable it, but please make sure that your two-factor authentication is enabled. On LinkedIn, there are 1.2 billion people nowadays, and very few of those are dangerous and hackers. You don't want to get your profile hacked and that somebody will send viruses out of your inbox to your connections. So two-step authentication, please put it on. Now, visibility. Let's go through this step by step. Your profile viewing option should be set up like that. Don't be in a private mode unless you would like to spy on someone. Please change it to your name and headline, because we are not spies, we are professionals and we should be visible on LinkedIn. Page visit visibility means that companies see if you visit their page. Who can see your connection? I have disabled it. Who can members you follow? I don't care. I have anyone on LinkedIn. Who can see your last name should be set like this. Now, profile preview in Microsoft application, this I would enable, because if recruiters or headhunters are watching your profile in a Microsoft 365 application, they have a more comfort, so use it. And page owners exporting your data, I have disabled this. I don't want that somebody is exporting my comments. Good. Profile discovery using email address, I have had it up to first level connections only. Profile discovery using phone number, I have disabled it. I don't see that's absolutely critical. Some people claim that recruiters might search for you with your phone number, but I cannot imagine it. People will search primarily by your name and not by your phone number. That's why I disabled it. If you have blocked someone, he will show up here on the blocked members. Then we can look in visibility of your LinkedIn activity. I have my active status to my connection only. You can have it to all LinkedIn members or to no one. I don't think that's critical. Set it up the way you find it appropriate. Share job changes, education changes, and work anniversaries. Please disable it for a moment, because if you tweak something on your LinkedIn profile, your network won't be notified. And if you have the next fantastic job and you would like to announce it, LinkedIn will, any case, will prompt you, hey, you have this disabled, enable it, please. Important is the mention by others. You should have it enabled so people can tag you in their posts. Now, the next step is the data privacy. First thing what I have disabled is put cooking preferences off. I don't want to get any third-party cookies on my computer. As well, I don't want to be a part and give my data for policy and academic research. I've disabled it. And as well, I disabled the data for generative AI improvement. Normally, this is new and it's per default enabled. You can disable it if you like. Invitations from your network should be set up. You can set up what you would like to get invited to. If you don't get invitation to follow pages or newsletters, disable it. I have enabled everything. Then invitation to connect should be set to everyone on LinkedIn. And now research invitation, I don't want to get invited to any research, that's why I disabled it. And here you have all the LinkedIn marketing emails and promotions. You can enable it or disable it. I don't think that's very important. Now, focused inbox, in case you are managing some pages on LinkedIn, it's useful to have it on, because LinkedIn will separate then your private messages from pages. Messaging suggestions I have on, message nudges on. What does this mean? If somebody is writing you on LinkedIn and you don't answer them after 3 days, LinkedIn will poke you, hey, Václav, this person has written you, would you like to answer? I found it pretty useful. And harmful message detection, I would have this enabled as well, because many people are trying to scam you or taking the exchange away from LinkedIn, and LinkedIn will warn you then. Now, into job seeking preferences step, they are very important settings. Share your profile when you apply for a job on. Signal your interest to recruiters, company you have created alerts for. Please enable it. I have it disabled it because I don't search for a job, but recruiters are telling us if you have this enabled, they see green LED lights shining on your profile that you are interested to work for the company. Yeah, personalized job recommendations, I have disabled it, enable it as well if you are searching for a new job. Now let's have a look on advertising data. And I have absolutely disabled everything here 7 years ago, and nothing happened. What does this mean? If you enable it, LinkedIn takes your data to generate personalized advertisement for you. And I don't want it, so I've disabled it. Invert and off LinkedIn data, you can now turn it all at once or turn it off at once. This is a new functionality. Invert data mean if you, for example, are traveling to the US, LinkedIn will show you advertisement for the US. I disabled everything. And the last but not least, here we have the LinkedIn services. So if jobs are connected, marketing, solution, and learning, I have it all connected. And the last very, very boring tab is notifications. And here you can clearly tailor made for you which kind of notifications you would like to get. Let's have a look here, for example, on messaging. So if I click messaging, I put it on, I can clearly define where I can get my notifications. Will I get an in-app notifications or a push notification or an email? And as I'm getting so many messages, I will be flooded with emails. That's why I disabled email. And you can put all the others. If somebody sends you a message, you get a push, which means on the website and in-app, which means in the LinkedIn application on your mobile phone. So go through those different settings or disable or enable everything you would like to have, but please restrict it so you don't get lots of emails. So this is the first part. Thank you for bearing with me in this slightly boring settings. Now, let's move back and explain how does LinkedIn work. And for this, I'm using the so-called social selling index. How do I get there? Simply, I type in my browser linkedin.com/sales/SSI, and LinkedIn will generate the so-called social selling index. Let's first explain what does the social selling index mean. Social selling index is something like search engine optimization for your website, but adopted to your LinkedIn profile. Which means if you have a high social selling index, preferably over 60, then you will get into top 1% of your industry SSI rank. That means that if somebody is searching for a person with your skills, with a tool which is called a LinkedIn Recruiter, you will pop up on the first page of the headhunter or recruiter. We can happily ignore the network SSI rank because people are not searching for people in other people's networks, but by their industries. If you move the pointer of your mouse over the colored sections here, you can compare your results to the results of your peers. Now let's investigate those 4 components of our score, which we have here. So we have professional brand, find the right people, engage with insights, and build relationship. Out of those 4 components, you can directly influence only the first one, the third one, and the fourth one. The second one, which is called find the right people, you cannot influence directly, but only indirectly. What does it mean? If those 3 others are growing, this one will grow with them. I call this find the right people the Trojan horse of LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is trying to sell you through this component, the premium version. Because in terms of LinkedIn, the right people are those people who visit your profile on their own behalf, and you see them only if you have the premium version. If you are actively searching for a job, premium is very important. I'm not getting any royalties from LinkedIn by recommending people the premium version, but with premium, first, you see who is visiting your profile. This is highly important. Second, you have much better search options on LinkedIn. And third, you can send every human being on LinkedIn a dedicated, tailor-made message if you would like to connect with them, which is the best way to connect. So if you are searching for a job, please purchase the premium. The cheapest version, Career, is good enough. And if you purchase it for 1 whole year and not monthly, you get a massive discount. And this is money worth invested into your LinkedIn. Now, what is your professional brand? Your professional brand is composed from two subcomponents. First component is how does your profile look like when I open it for the first time. Second component, how do you generate content which is adding value to your community? So those 2 activities are composing your professional brand. So how does your profile look like? Plus, how are you generating a good content on LinkedIn? Third one, engage with insights. And as you see, most people have almost nothing there, 1.5 percentage points, and I have 13. What does this mean? Which means that we need to interact with other people content, tag the people by using the @ sign, pick their name and write comments on their posts. Why is it like that? LinkedIn is probably the only social media platform when you are being rewarded by interacting with other people content. If you spend 10 minutes per day on LinkedIn commenting, you will get over 10 percentage points here, and this is definitely the low-hanging fruit. So interact, tag the people, write them your answers, and I will show you later on as we go through the profile how am I doing it. And the last is the so-called build relationship. And this is the most logical one of all. Build up a network which is as huge as possible. Compared to Facebook, where you can have 5,000 connections, on LinkedIn, you can have 30,000 connections, which is clearly showing that this is not our family, those are not our friends, this is a business network. So do not believe the myth that you are only connecting with people which you know in person. You will lose a lot of opportunities. It's a business network. Make it as big as possible. Okay, so those are this is the social selling index. And now let's have a look. How does an attractive LinkedIn profile look like? Let's take my profile as an example. First thing, what most people do not do properly is that they are having the number salad behind their name. So if you click here, you can rewrite with this blue pencil your URL and save it. So if you have an ugly salad of numbers and your name is not unique, please put your function there like finance analyst, QA manager, or whatsoever. You can rewrite it at any time, and LinkedIn keeps track of your changes, so you will not disappear from LinkedIn. If you have it somewhere on your CV, please don't forget to update your CV as well. Okay, so this is this part. How do you edit your custom URL? Now, if we look on the profile picture, you see that I have a banner, and this is normally this you can have one banner. I have a business premium, which allows me to pull out up to 5 banners. It's important that people immediately see what you are doing and how are you adding value to them. So I have put in some interesting statements about our consultancy there. How do we generate a nice banner? There are several possibilities for doing this. This first is Snappa. You can generate a free account, download 4 pictures per week for free. This is very useful. So snappa.com. Another one, much more advanced, is canva.com, when you can generate more beautiful banners. And if you would like to do it at all, so go to fiverr.com, and here you can search for any service, put in a LinkedIn banner, save settings, okay, LinkedIn banner, and you will find hundreds of people who are doing nothing else as continue here with Google. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Continue. Okay, and here you see hundreds of different providers. So check those who have a reasonable price and check the style of their banners which you like. And this works very well. So in this way, you can generate a nice banner which is representing you. Now, the second place is the so-called headline. The headline is this part under your name, and your headline should clearly describe what you are doing. So if you are searching for a job, you should have there your jobs on the job title, which are commonly used in the industry, and some short story around it. Like I am writing is for my potential clients, so it's guiding farm and supply chain professional to the next career step. 500 plus success stories, Switzerland's #1 pharma career consultant, honorary consul, and 219 5-star reviews on Google. And so basically your headline should talk to your potential hiring manager and should showcase your skills. Then we have this famous button, Open To. And if you are searching for a job, please make sure that you fill out this session completely. Sorry, LinkedIn is doing sometimes very crazy things and doesn't work properly. So if we go here into the open to finding a new job, please bear with me. LinkedIn is again very, very slow. Okay, here you can put up 5 job titles, location types, where you would like to work, flexible, I'm casually looking, or immediately I'm actively applying. And you can full-time, part-time, contract, internship, and please do recruiters only, because if you do all LinkedIn members, you get this stupid LinkedIn banner, which I absolutely hate. And don't use open to work. In my 8 years of experience as consultants, I never saw anyone who found a job through this open to work button. In my opinion, it's even playing against you, because if you shout out in the whole world that you need a job, many people will simply not talk to you, because they are afraid you will ask them for a job. So maintain it properly, the open to. Here you can add sections to your profile. Most people don't have the info section or the so-called about section. So this would be here under the core. You can add education's position, recommended, add featured. Here you can work on your middle part of your about section, like I have in the featured section my newsletter and some clients words of a client, and my website. So this will generate the featured section here. So go here, add section, featured, and so on. The button visit my website is as well as button which is from the premium business version. The third very, very important part on LinkedIn is your about section. You have now the opportunity put into your about section your top skills. And if you click here on the pencil, that you realize that we have 2,600 characters at our disposal, and I'm using 2,540, so almost full. If I have the top skills and I would like to rearrange them, so I basically move this around, and they are being rearranged on my profile. Okay, I cancel it. I don't want to do this. Now, let's have a look. How does a good about section look like? The about section should basically tell me everything which is important about you on one space. Don't expect that the people are going to search for data on your profile, because they don't. So make sure that all the important things which are here, that people can find it in your about section. I will now show you one profiles when I found he did it very well. So let's have a look here on Jovan Petrovic. He has a banner, he has a clear headline talking about what he's doing, and his about section looks like that. So some attractive opening, then some facts about his skills, some of his results, some recommendations, a short life story, his education, and his contact data. For those who are afraid that you will share your contact data openly and somebody could steal it from your profile, this is manipulated by using a Unicode text converter. And if we go to the Unicode text converter here on the website qaz.wtf, if we go there, it looks like that. We say, okay, Unicode choice, and I would like to transfer, for example, the name of my homeland Czechia. So I put it show, and then I go here to Matt Sans bold, and I have it now in bold letters. What is happening now? The text is changed into an image, and those sniffing robots who are stealing data from people profile cannot read it because it's an image. So you cannot send the email, for example, to this address. You have to write it down and then you can use it. How can I now generate an easy about section for myself? And this is really so easy nowadays that you go like that, click here, click copy, open your Claude or ChatGPT or whatever you are using, and you are simply tell him, hey, this is about section I like. Here is my CV. You would upload your CV and please generate me based on my CV the same about section. 10 seconds later, you have a perfect about section. You can fine tune it a little bit and then you are done. So don't hesitate to use ChatGPT, Claude, or whatever you are using, Gemini, to generate yourself a beautiful about section. And if you ask AI will as well generate you 3 or 10 different versions of your headline. And then with this, we are very, very quickly done. And we had already a good and strong LinkedIn profile. So this is it for this first part. And in the next part, we are going to talk about the so-called content creation and why is content creation on LinkedIn important. So thank you very much for watching.